And I find out like a year and a half later, after quitting, or a year later, oh yeah, those scandals, oh yeah, so-and-so, Neo, or whoever on whatever site, and then I got a little 30K rebate, and I was like, I can only imagine what it really was. Because, like, you know, if you get a rebate of 30K, what does that mean? That means how many check raises and how many continuation bluffs did you not do with certain hands, because you're like, your brain was crystallized with pain against a couple of names that you just 0 out of like 20 times you just start giving up, you know? And so, I mean, it's probably like 150, or who knows what the real number was in EV from. But the funny thing is, it might have been good that those scandals happened in a sick way. Sure, it's not good that it happened, but the upside is, three things happen. The internet kids that are really like out there with the number collecting and the poker tracker and the stats analysis, they're constantly looking for statistical aberrations in people's win rates. And that is in fact, the way they spotted somebody, it was like a grouping thing, a statistical, if you're a genius, here's your clumping, and there's ding, a point that was like 6 standard deviations away from, it was like the equivalent of a pencil balancing with the electrons pushing up on it. It was like, all right, that shouldn't be floating right there. And then they got into it. So now that we have people like know what to look for and they're hyper alert, I think because those original cheaters, if they had just milked it, they could have milked it for life and had whatever. Those might have been the only 2 holes. There might be other holes. But now you have a team of people looking for freakish, anomalic win streaks and stuff. So statistically, we're able to show that we've had a clean record on all the sites, because those kids will post it. You know, because people know what to look for now, and the algorithms allow us. You know, of course, it's in the best interest for all the sites to defend against cheating and blah blah blah, and catch the robots and blah, all the standard disclaimers. But where there's money, there's going to be unethical behavior, and where there's unethical behavior, there's going to be people policing that. And I think our policing standards, without even having real cops, like the player base being so huge and attentive and having experience catching something like this, I think that's like a huge asset for us now. So I actually think it's safe to go back in the water. And I would get back in the water, except my tournament plate is filled, and there's a lot of stuff happening right now.
Why aren't you sponsored? Like every guy that ever sat down in I6 Poker is a sponsored player. Why aren't you and Antonio sponsored? Is that because
Antonio's with World Poker Tour, I think.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Why am I not sponsored? Well, I had something kind of developing pretty strong style, and then the UEIGEA, whatever the acronym, the Bill First, that whole mess. Okay, that mess happened right during the time where I was kind of getting something going, and then it didn't happen, of course, because they're not a U.S. poker site, whatever. And it looked like the right play was not to just take some super diminished deal with someone. I didn't want to brand myself with a site and then find out 2 or 3 years later the climate was different and I could structure something that solid and long term. Because I've always thought if I do something with the site, I want it to be for till I die. Because if you gave me $1 billion in a briefcase and said you can do whatever you want, you're going to see me at the World Series of Poker, and so like I'm sick, I need to gamble. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna see me trying to beat people out of pots, not for the money, because I wouldn't need the money, but just because I love. It's like I'm still playing racquetball. You give me $1 billion, I'm still playing. I'm not gonna bet on it, but you can't play poker without betting. So you bet. It doesn't matter what the stakes are. Do you know what I'm saying? There's
Talking about betting, is there a I Bet You Season 3 coming?
I can't believe it. Wow. I don't even know how that happened, but it happened. It happened. Yeah, we.
Is it coming? I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not well informed.
I'm just as stunned as you, bro. I figured one. I didn't even think season 1. I figured 1 or 2 episodes, maybe you probably cast it, and maybe they'd go to DVD, like I could show my dad or something.
You're a superstar, Phil.
I didn't know it was going to go on to TV and be 6 or 8 episodes. You know, that was.
How many viewers does the show get?
I don't know. I do know this, that I don't get it in. You have to have Mojo or something, and satellite cable, high definition something, and there's different systems, and there's Cox cable, high net, stars, whatever. And if you get the package from the wrong place, and all of a sudden you don't get this channel. But I have seen it, because Antonio has it. He has that package, so I've seen it at Antonio's house. I mean, I was there, so I know it happened, whatever. And, yeah, it was like, that's a goofy thing. I never thought, halfway through season 2, because I was always thinking, after every episode, okay, there's nothing more to bet on. And then after like 5 episodes, like, okay, we can do 1 season, but we can't do season 2. And then season 2 got signed. I was like, okay, well, we'll do our best. And after like every show until around show 6, it clicked. And Antonio thought I was insane for not seeing it earlier, but it was about show 6 in season 2 where I went, oh yeah, you could bet on stuff forever because there's always something to bet on. I always thought like you had to be in unique fun, like you could probably sit in a room, in a white room like this, and you could come up with bets somehow. Do you know what I'm saying? Like there'd be mental bets. Like how long could you, like I don't know. Maybe you could. Maybe that would be stretching it. It would be like you could definitely entertain yourself. You wouldn't need the other person. You could close your eyes and think of things. You know.
Okay.
But,
okay. I bet you I will beat you with football right now.
I bet you that you're probably more than a 7-1 favorite against me. If we could make a fair line, if our life, if somebody had followed our whole football career separately, and then
I never played football in my life. Well, I have played it on several occasions, but not really much, not that much. We did a bet last year. Remember that one?
Oh right, yeah. I won $20 or something.
I don't want to talk about it. I
don't even know what the bet was, but I remember winning. I remember like taking a little bit.
A friend of mine was still in the tournament, and he was at Jennifer's table. And you bet on Jennifer for less longer, and I bet on my friend.
Yeah.
You made me sign the $20. It was my last money.
I will tell you this, that I didn't frame it like I planned it. I must have spent it somewhere because I don't remember. I do have like a little area where I have like 4 or 5 bills that are signed, like special money, you know. Yeah.
Okay, so what are you doing tonight?
I am probably going to go home. I'll text. Probably Antonio's out, so I'll probably play racquetball. He likes to play it in the morning. I like to play it at night, but if I catch him before it's too late, I can get him for night. Like if I say racquetball at 2 in the morning, I'm like 20%. But if I say it at like before 11 p.m., I'm like 65, 70%. So that's what I'll probably do.
Can we film it?
Well, I don't know if I have to text him and see if he actually, the first 3 games we played, he beat me each one. The next 3 games we played, he beat me 2, and then I beat him. And the next game, I beat him, and then I demanded another game because I didn't beat him soundly enough. It felt like I just finally clicked how to beat him. And then he said, no, I'm not playing. I'm like, dude, we just played 1 game, you know. He's very good at the game, and I think I got lucky, but I think I know how to get lucky continuously against him now, you know. It's the only game he holds over me at. In poker and other stuff, I've been really lucky. But racquetball's all skill, you know, so...
I think the cameraman's getting lazy arms. So thanks very much, bro.
That was a lot of fun. Thank you.
I will see you soon.
Yes. And against a couple of names.